framework. And we're straight to entertainment news. British rapper Nines has been charged with drug offences after being arrested at Heathrow Airport. Now, the 33-year-old, real name Courtney Fricton, was charged with cannabis supply and possession of Class B drug. Now, he was also charged with breaching a serious crime prevention order by not notifying the police of his home address and possessing unregistered phones and laptops. Now, Nines is due to appear at Kingston Crown Court on December the 15th for a plea and case management hearing. And that's the news update. For more stories, please follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel at Plus TV Africa and Plus TV Africa Lifestyle. You can also view us from Limix on limix.tv and Glow TV apps anywhere in the world. I am Emmanuel Ulububukun. Many thanks for watching.
I had a terrible experience with relaxers growing up, and I didn't want her to go down that route. So for me, I had to go in and find out the best ways and safest ways to grow her hair. And in doing that and in finding out a lot of information, I found a lot of women wanted to do that as well, but they didn't have the information or the background, and I needed to find a way to help them out. And then in doing that, I also decided to found Davella Naturals, which is bringing out the products, ensuring that women had the best care, and also building a community of women who wanted to showcase their inner beauty by the growth of their hair, basically.
And that's just talking about hair.
Very refreshing, you know, because if you look around now, maybe 80%, 90% of African women, Nigerian women, would like the...
Yes.
Okay? So it's the wig that does it. So what you're saying now is you have to keep the natural.
You have to care for the hair underneath.
Okay.
Because at some point in time, you have to have that confidence. There's some days you're not going to feel like putting on the wig cap and wearing the wig. You also have to have the confidence of the hair underneath all of that. Okay. So I tell my clients that the health of your hair is most paramount. Right. Not necessarily the length, not necessarily how it looks, but how you look after it and how it makes you feel. Because a woman's hair is her crown at the end of the day.
All right, so what does it actually take to become a natural hair expert as well as run a successful business around it?
Okay, the most important thing is to have the passion for it. And then the knowledge and the expertise as well. You have to stay on top of current trends. You have to know that, okay, what will make this one grow? Okay, if I mix garlic and onion and this thing. And that's not saying that those things are not good in and of itself, but you have to get to the compound, the chemical compound of those things in order to get the essence of what it is that they can use to care for their hair. So I always tell my clients that we at Davella Naturals, we redefine hair care, which is to let you know that, okay, you don't need to go around looking for the next best thing. Oh, this one will work or that one will work. You need to know the basics, how to look after it, how to wash it, how often do you wash it, how long do you care for it. So the passion for it, the knowledge behind it, and then being able to be innovative and change with the people that come up, but also knowing that some things are constant in the business.
Well, I'll just have you know that I represent the men,
yes,
in our society. And we've always been told that we are the crown, the women's crown. But you just said to me that really, that's not true.
That the hair
it's your hair that is your crown.
Well, when a woman stands beside her man,
yes,
she has to be able to present herself in a way that he is going to be proud.
Okay.
And when she's confident and proud in her crown, he is also confident and proud in his crown.
So you have it. So you can have a double crown.
Exactly.
anyhow, the natural hair trend, has transitioned into more of a lifestyle actually in Africa, over there, and even beyond.
Yes.
And that's over this maybe 10 years. Now, what would you say is responsible for that?
Okay, for me, it's a growing movement of women understanding who they are and drawing back from a lot of Eurocentric ideas. Growing up, we had relaxers because our mothers thought that that was the easiest way to look after your hair. Oh, your hair is hard. Oh, your hair is strong. You go to the salon,
And you're battling when
madam,
you're combing it.
you're giving yourself a headache, not knowing how to handle the hair, you know. And then also with a lot of research that have come out with the dangers of long-term use of some certain relaxers. I mean, in the US, the FDA is looking on how to ban relaxers in the US because they have seen the health repercussions concerning women. So a lot of women have come back to be like, okay, my true natural hair, what exactly does it take for me to look after it? And then they see the beauty in the hair itself, and the versatility in looking after it, and they're proud. Because the pride in your own self is the most important thing in looking after your hair at the end of the day.
Wow.
Hair pride.
Hair pride. Okay, so how sustainable really is setting up a natural hair business in Nigeria? You know, sustainable in the terms of how many people really are interested in keeping their hair natural? How many women, for example? And, you know, when you think of how difficult it is to keep it, you talked about the basics, which we didn't go into, apart from washing. How often do you wash and all that? How sustainable is it? How much of a business can it be, you know, in this setting?
Okay, so for a lot of women, I've seen that they struggle with the hard hair, strong hair mentality first. I always tell people that healthy hair is the main cause first. So if you are still in that mindset of, oh, I need to relax my hair, okay, fine. If you need to relax it, don't do it every 2 months. Maybe do it every 4 months. Then extend it to every 6 months. In the process, you then now find out how to look after your hair in between. So how often are you conditioning it? How often are you going to the salon? If you go to the salon, are you able to tell your stylist this and this and this? Now, the hair care industry is a multi-million-naira industry. The only thing that is probably hindering a lot of people is that there's no proper regulation. And NAFDAC, as well as they are trying to help, they are not necessarily making it easy. And then we also need government to help in terms of loans, in terms of, you know, banks and government being able to give us the right backing, you know, to build industry, to be able to manufacture these things, because we are not struggling within ourselves. We are struggling with international brands, the Shea Moistures, the Cantus, the Carol's Daughters. These brands have come in, and mind you, they get their raw materials from here. Their cocoa from Ghana, their shea butter from Ivory Coast, from Nigeria as well. They take it abroad, they manufacture these products and they bring it back. So why do we have to go through that journey when we have companies like mine who make these things in-house? And then also, they need to be able to give us the ability to import a lot of the raw materials that we need to make these products. So access to loans, access to government backing, ability to make the manufacturing industry grow, and we will definitely see a boom in hair care manufacturing in Nigeria.
Is it unnatural
You must feel
hair?
so awkward talking about this.
I'm so awkward that I'm looking for the words. Now, wigs, right, have come as an escape route for a lot of people, to the point that some may even say, hey, who needs natural hair after all? If I can just, you know, quickly put on a wig and go on.
And go.
You know, so what would be your advice to women who rock their natural hair and might have been a little bit confused with the knocks that natural hair has been taking? What would be your advice to them?
Okay, I think I know to what you're alluding to, which is the current viral video that has been going around with a certain woman of God who has said some things that are not palatable. Now, to say those kind of things in an atmosphere where natural hair is still being groomed is actually quite damaging to the esteem of some women who listen and take to heart what things that are said from the pulpit. To say that, quote unquote, who natural hair help, it actually helps a lot, because if you wear your wigs constantly, you will not wear it to sleep.
Yeah.
You are not going to wear your wig to sleep.
Unless you're with your new boyfriend.
You're not going to wear your wig to sleep. You're not going to wear your wig, when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
You have to be able to confidently look at that person in the mirror and say that the wig is an accessory to my beauty.
That's right.
It doesn't define my beauty.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, if you sit, for example now, Made Kuti just got married this past week. His wife had different kinds of natural hairstyles all through their wedding, from her afro to an updo to a pin-up look, and they were all very beautiful. And I say that to say this: it doesn't matter if you wear a wig or you do not wear a wig. The person that is meant for you is meant for you at the end of the day.
Okay.
Okay, I see your hair.
Yes.
It must be natural.
Yes, it is.
Because you are
the ambassador.
Yes, I am the ambassador. And for a lot of us, we think that it's difficult to keep a long hair and still have it natural. Because when it's short, a lot of people who do natural hair, the low cut thing is it for them. So if I want to keep my hair long, and you said something a while ago that really, it resonated with me, that when you look at yourself in the mirror, you see your real you.
Yes.
Not with a wig.
Yes.
But the real you with your hair as
Yes.
it is natural. So just give us those tips now that ladies, women watching this show, and for a few who would like to also take it to the next level, business level, what do we have to do in 2 minutes?
Okay, if in terms of caring for your hair, whether you are currently relaxed or you have natural hair, I would suggest ensure that you have a good clarifying shampoo, a good conditioner, deep conditioner preferably, leave-in conditioner, a good hair. Always use a wide tooth comb. Whether you have relaxed hair or you have natural hair, a wide tooth comb ensures that it detangles easily, especially when you're doing your hair. The quickest way when you're going to bed, have a satin hair cap or a satin pillowcase. Or if you don't have any of those, you have an old lingerie, old satin nightgown that you have in your cupboard somewhere that you've kept. Use it to wrap around your pillowcase, because cotton absorbs oil from your pillowcase and the friction rubs on your hair, which makes it difficult for you to keep length. So when women complain about length, I always tell them that consistency is key when you're doing your hair maintenance and you're doing your hair regimen. Make sure that you're consistent. If you're going to the salon, make sure that you understand what it is that your stylist is doing to your hair, and that they are not ignorant of how it is, and that you yourself are knowledgeable so that you can teach them, no, I don't want that. Use this instead. No, I don't want that comb. Because you should also have the confidence, you're paying for this thing, to tell them that I don't need this, I want this, and I want that. And then also in the business segment, ensure that you are willing to learn, you are willing to put in the work, to be able to say, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it. And also know that your friends and family are always your first customers in whatever business that you start.
This has turned into a masterclass on natural hair for free.
Yes, sir.
And of course, what I'm thinking about now is my hair cap. I'll go get my old haircut.
Yes. Probably. I always tell people that our hair care products are not just for women; they're also for men as well. Okay. Especially men who are trying to grow their beard.
Oh, really?
Yes, our hair oil has been used. By a lot of men.
There's a chin guard.
Exactly. And then we've had a lot of success with that as well.
Anyway, quickly, let's just let's even find out. Because it can't be all rosy. What challenges have you found that you and your colleagues face in the business of hair care in Nigeria?
It's definitely not rosy. It's definitely not rosy. You have a lot of, like I said earlier on, access to loans is very difficult. You have to either have a fallback, or you have, your family and friends, like I said, are very important when you're starting out your business. In getting marketing is also another thing, and then convincing people that made in Nigeria is also very good, because we are an export European mindset kind of, if it's not made abroad, it's not good enough. So we are trying to change that narrative. Buy the Naira, grow the Naira, made in Nigeria is very important. And knowing that there are actually good quality hair care products made here in Nigeria, affordable enough for you to not want to spend tens of thousands on products made abroad. But we know what it is that is good for Nigerian hair, good for the Nigerian environment, and that will work best for Nigerian women.
Okay.
Increase the reach of your events or business services. To advertise on Plus TV Africa, please call 0906 000 5719 or 0909 040 8408, or send an email to marketing@plustvafrica.com. Plus TV Africa. Big stories live here.
Hello and welcome to Plus Events, your #1 diary show that brings you the best and biggest events to your screen. I am Uime Elijah, and on today's show we have interesting events that you would absolutely enjoy. First, I am so excited about this event. It's a book launch. The role of women in nation building has been re-echoed through a book titled Belewura. The book, written by Associate Professor of Psychiatry and newspaper columnist Dr. Femi Olugbile, was unveiled in Lagos. Let's go see this one and we will be right back.
It is the launch of the book Belewura. It reveals the untold story of gender politics in early colonial Lagos and Nigeria. The book encapsulates the historical foundation of Lagos and Yoruba land. It beams a searchlight